Let's give it up one more time for Zachabeta. I had to drink some green chili some water because this green chili hit me in the neck. It's hotter than my uncle's chili at home. Just kidding, I got a live snack. But I like to see his Hufflepuffs working to my res aerobics. That was kind of hot. Just kidding. All right, let's keep it moving. We have one more. Are you ready to pee in yourself? For real, for real. You should probably go to the bathroom because it's going to happen. We're all a little over 35, so our bladders are a little weak. Just kidding. All right. Our next comedian was Albuquerque's funniest comedian. Yes! And he has some very sharp, funny, hilarious comedy, and he's been touring all over the States. He has a few shows tonight, including another one we're going to both be on at Juno after this, if you don't have anything to do. But let's give it up for the very funny Josh Fournier, everyone!
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing, Albuquerque? How y'all doing? Give it up for my funny friends. You saw Lori Zachabeta. That's my brother right there, dude. It's my little spirit walker. Oh man, gathering weekend. What's up? Welcome everybody. This is interesting. I don't really get to perform in front of native people, so this is a treat, dude. I'm not really a native comic, but I'm excited to be here because I've been accused online from some influencers who are like, he's not native, he's not sacred. I'm the only one with boots on the ground, dude. I'm going to the racist rooms. I go to the white people and be like, you don't belong here. You know what I mean? I'm boots on the ground, guys, all right? Very excited to be here. Like I said, man, this is the last gathering weekend. Let's get weird, y'all, you know? That's a weird thing to say. I don't like how Lori did that. You ready to pee your pants? I was like, what's going to happen, dude? This cord's micless. This cord's wireless. I'm going to get down there and tickle you. Just start taking. You ever been tickled by a native, huh, dude? Huh? I gotta get a read on y'all. Hold on. I don't know. Lori was right. We are gonna be doing another show after this. That one is the one I could say crazy stuff on. This one's a little bit friendly, so I'm gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it nice, right? Nana's in the audience. Nana, what's up, baby? Take me back in time. Anyway. Oh, I'm the only one that flirts with older nanas? Okay, that's right. No, because she's simple, you know what I mean? Simple, Nana, right? Me and you, we go to a bingo game, you know what I mean? I run and get her snacks, she takes her teeth out. It's a good time, you know what I mean? But she ain't got no money. She has Social Security. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the free play, baby. Give me a code to your player's card. I gotta get a vibe on y'all. There's a lot of greasy faces, so just want to get a read on where y'all are from. All right, Navajos in the building. Any Navajos in here? Okay, all right. How about you, Pueblo dwellers? Any Pueblos in here? Okay, cool. Guess I'm gonna be nice. We're outnumbered. Cool. I like to make fun of y'all because y'all. I got to stop making fun of y'all, dude. Because y'all are violent, dude. You're little people, but you're mighty. You can't make fun of Pueblos because you think you can. You'll make fun of them, and then they'll try to run away, and then just rabbit stick you. You know what I mean? So. Welcome, dude. I didn't see the bangs. I apologize. Y'all are little, you know what I'm saying? That's why the Acamas built their rocks high, dude. So they could see what it feels like to look down on folks sometimes. Any other tribes out there? Who else is there? What is it? Yucky? Yaki. I'm the only one who heard that? Okay. I'm the only one who's like, yucky. I thought he just said, I'm always like, yucky. That's cool. Are you from, do you live here or did you come in?
I live in Roswell.
Oh, okay. Ooh, you're the extraterrestrial native. That out of this world native, dude. Where are Yuckies from? Yakis. What is it? Mexico. Ooh, okay. Alrighty. Caliente bad boy. So when you guys are getting intimate and she goes down on the jalapeno, you're like, yucky. Is that where the name comes from? I don't know, dude. I'm just kidding. PG-13. Let's go back to it, dude. Sorry. Sorry to the bear. These opinions do not reflect this amazing organization. This is a great organization, and they will not be tarnished by my silly opinions. Like I said, I don't really get to perform in front of natives, so I'm trying to get a beat on y'all, because usually I'm like, rain, you know what I mean? But so this is interesting. This is fun, because normally I'm like, hey, this is usually what I open with. You ready? Like, because I'll be like deep Texas. Like, I'm sure you've all, so you've ever gone to a place where they don't even think natives are alive? Yeah. It's interesting, huh? Because they approach me like I'm a velociraptor and they're Chris Pratt. They walk up, they're like, they're snapping at me. Instead of calling me blue, they call me red, man, you know what I mean? Usually I'm in one of them places, all right? And I'll come out and be like, hey, what's up? My name is Josh Fournier. I'm Native American, or as you white folks call us now, a commander. Yeah, see? All right, yeah, see? I said that, I said, where the heck was I? I was in New York, and I said that to this nice lady, and she came up to me after the show, and she was like, oh my God, you ever meet somebody so progressive it's offensive? Yeah, like, they're extra nice, it's hurtful. Like, for example, like, she came up after the show, she's like, oh my God, it's a darn shame what they did to your football team. First your land, now your team, you must be pissed, huh? Just to mess with her, I'm like, I'm a Cowboys fan. Dude, her head nearly exploded. She was like, a Redskin cheer for Cowboys? So progressive, it's offensive. Another example, we were staying with my friend in Colorado. She's a nice lady. She's one of the ladies who talks to rocks. We can't judge, right? Some of us talk to totems. That's neither here nor there, But she's like, this is my MSF. I'll do heroin if I don't have it. She's crazy. She's a nice lady, though, right? I came out of her bathroom and I stubbed my toe. I was just like, I hit it. I was like, oh, damn it. Dang. And she's like, are you blessing the house? That's beautiful. I love your dance. What's going on? Do you need sage? I have some. So you can't bless the house from sage from Five Below, Nancy. Try to dress up for y'all while I'm out here, you know what I'm saying? I'm wearing real turquoise. Look, that's real turquoise, y'all. Nana, I wore that for you. That is real turquoise. Do y'all know how I know this is real turquoise? Because I bought it from a white lady in Santa Fe, so. I'm wearing gold. I can't afford turquoise. Y'all are charging too much, dude. Give me the, you know what I'm saying? You give me tourist prices. It's the last gathering. I might just steal some shit, Don't let me go to the Neshoni days, bro. I'm fucking turn into Christopher Columbus real quick. Come on. Oops. I want to, dude. I see y'all dripped out, dude. You know what I'm saying? I see a bunch of natives and they're over there. I got their jewelry on. I'm like, that's cool. And people ask me all the time, what do Native American people really look like? That's one of the biggest questions I get. What do Native Americans really look like? And I'm like, dude, if you want to know what Native people really look like, you got to go to Santa Fe, New Mexico. And you got to look at the white folks, for real. 'Cause they're out there, you know. They got the fringe, the leather fringe. You know what I mean? They're walking around. They're like, look, moccasins. They're walking around that Santa Fe village like a native Thanos, just a different turquoise stone on every finger, snapping away native people. I seen them, dude. It's all good, you know what I'm saying? And welcome to our, look, you weren't expecting this, white lady. You're here, we welcome you. You're one of the good ones. Welcome her, treat her nice. Zach's crazy. Give it up for Zach one more time, dude. I'm trying to hook Zach up with some native chick, dude, for real. Trying to have him dance on y'all, dude. Real rain dance. What's up? Yeah, you know what? Yeah, there's a couple. Give him a basket, you know what I mean? Give him a basket and a water jug and send him on his way. I love doing comedy, man, because I travel the country doing comedy. You know, we've been to New York, LA, we've been to fun places. But sometimes you don't always go to fun places. Sometimes you go to places that aren't as fun, like Amarillo, Texas. Have any of y'all ever been to Amarillo, Texas? Yeah, see? Yeah, I had the same exact time. Because here's the thing, I've never been to Amarillo, but I got an email one day that said, hey, can you come be tomorrow? Our headline fell out. Can you be here tomorrow? I was like, sure. I don't know anything about Santa Fe, New Mexico, or I don't know anything about Amarillo, Texas. The only thing I know about Amarillo is that the King's been there, you know? George Strait, he was there in the morning. I'll be there in the evening. I'm not waking up early for that. So I performed at this place in Amarillo called the Cactus Lounge. They're a real bar. They're still in business today. You can Google them, the Cactus Lounge. It's a racist bar. And people are like, Josh, how do you know they were racist? They told me. Not right away, though, because, again, they emailed me, and my name is Josh Fournier. That's not really a name. So, like, on email, I get into places, you know? You're like, where's that name come from? I'm half Navajo and half Lakota, so I tell people, it's like, my Navajo side will run over the dog, and my Lakota side will eat it. So it's just... Where's Buddy? I don't know. Could you imagine eating, you know what I'm saying? Because how crazy you gotta be to eat a dog? Because we got res dogs. There ain't no good dog. There's no purebreds on the res, dude. You're getting some mutt, dude. I don't know. That's just something I thought about right now. I'm a little slow and then my mind drifts, you know? What was I? Oh yeah, Amarillo, right? So I accepted to do this gig and I drove out to Amarillo and it was packed. It was this little bar on like the south side of Amarillo and I showed up looking like I do, right? And there was a guy at the front taking tickets and I recognized him from our exchange, our email and our messages, and I was like, that's the guy. And I walk up looking like I do, you know what I'm saying? And he looked at me and you know when you like get looks from people when you know you don't belong there? Yeah, you've all been the target, right? You know what I mean? Like, I know Walmart shoppers, you know what I mean? I've been to your feasts. You all go to the Dollar General. I like it, dude. I'm catching baskets. And it ain't hard, y'all are short. Don't invite me to a feast. Ooh, I'm snatching, dude. I turned into an NBA star. I'm jumping for Cracker Jack boxes, dude. All the little kids are pissed. Dried popsicle on the face. Like, this guy. Ooh, don't throw a beach ball my way. I'm ready, dude. Anyway, but you get those looks, you know, when you don't belong someplace. Like, people get real bendy, you know what I mean? They're like, can I help you? Hi, are you lost? Yeah, you know what I mean? You get those looks, dude. I got that look. This dude saw me walking up to this bar, and he's like, can I help you? I said, yeah, my name is Josh, dude. Nice to meet you. I'm the comedian. I'm here for Ha-Has. And I'll never forget it. He looked at me. He's like, oh, shit. Which is not what we wanted for somebody who booked you to do comedy. He's like, hey, look, brother, here's the thing, man. I'll pay you. You don't got to perform here. And I was like, what's going on? Is the show canceled? You know, there's people here. What happened, man? And he's like, look, man, I'm going to be honest with you, brother. This is a rough part of town. I said, how rough? I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. You know what I'm saying? What? Think I'm scared, homie? What's up, baby? You ever seen any good episode of Cops in the 90s? That's us. What's up, baby? Excuse my beauty. That's us. You think I'm scared? You ever see that documentary, Breaking Bad? That's us. You think I'm scared? You little bar in Amarillo, bro. And then he said, look, I'm not saying I am. I'm not saying the establishment is. There's some folks around here who are a little bit prejudiced. And I said, how prejudiced, man? I got family in Farmington. What's up? How prejudiced are we talking, dude? And he said, bumper sticker. Yeah, I don't know what that means either, dude. I didn't even know racism at a gift shop, y'all. What do they sell? The only thing I can think of is, you know, like those cute bumper stickers, like my husband burns the best crosses. Or I thought about this one today. What if, like, on the back of his like lifted pickup truck, it's a stick figure family, but dad has a hood? I don't know. Something cute, you know? That reminds me, I'll be selling stick figure stickers right after the show. I was like, you know what, man? I'm here. I made the drive. I'll do the show because I'm crazy. I'll do the show. If I get stabbed, I'll do a fun story I get to tell next week at the gathering. I didn't get stabbed, y'all. You guys are worried. I didn't get stabbed. That's what happened. He's like, good luck. He let me in. And I walked in, right? And I walk in this little bar, and immediately I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? You've all been on the res at night. You've all walked to the outhouse, right? You know when you just feel danger looking at you? You feel predator eyes on your body, and you're like, oh my God, I need to. I brought no protection, dude. No ash, no corn pollen, no arrowhead. I'm out here, no gun, nothing, dude. You know when you feel those eyes on your body, you don't go full Scooby. You're like, let's so who's looking? You know what I mean? You just keep walking, dude, and hopefully you don't. But I messed up, and I looked. I felt it, and I looked. I looked over, and there it was, dude. This guy was staring right at me, and I would describe this gentleman as real hillbilly. You know what I mean? Not like Moriarty hillbilly. I'm talking I'm talking Hills Have Eyes hillbilly. You know what I mean? Dude, he had one of those Scary Movie 2 arms. You know what I mean? Like, he had a strong hand, and immediately when we locked eyes, he hopped off his bar stool and he came walking over. And I was like, oh, here we go, you know? But he was really cool. He looked at me, he's like, hey, you're the comedian? And I said, yeah, man, my name's Josh. Nice to meet you, brother. How you doing, man? And he looked at me, I'll never forget it. He's like, well, you Japanese or something? Which is crazy, and like you guys, I giggled. And here's the thing, I'm Navajo, so when I smile, I look a little Hello Kitty. I was like, wait, what, dude? What did you say, brother? What? I look like a mascot for a boba on the res, you know what I mean? I'm mad. I was like, bro, I'm not Japanese. I'm Native American. Matter of fact, Navajo, my grandpa fought the Japanese, dude, in the war. That's a real fact. My grandpa was one of the last two remaining Code Talkers alive. He just recently passed away, but I shout him out every show I do, dude. John Kinsler Sr., you know what I'm saying? Because of my grandpa, I'm very patriotic. I don't get it. I know natives aren't patriotic, but I am, dude. I gotta be. My skin's red, my eyes are white, and my huevos are blue, so. Sorry, Nana. Yucky. You never know who you're gonna meet doing comedy, man. One time, me and Zach did a show. Zach was on a show. We was over there at another club, and Bryan Cranston was in the audience. Walter White was in the audience. And Zach told me, he's like, yo, that dude's gonna be here. I showed up, dude. I came looking for him. You guys are probably like, Josh, that's creepy, that's stalkerish. Maybe. You guys call that tracking, but I'm native. I prefer to call it, you guys call that stalking. I'm native. I prefer to call it tracking. You know what I mean? Like, ear to the ground, listening for Walter White, dude. I don't know. We're having fun. Can I get heavy with you guys for a bit? You mind if I get a little bit heavy? And this is sort of a tough part of the act to tell. But it's true and it's real. And I feel like you guys, somebody might relate to this, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. But there's always a tough part to say. But I'm going to, oh, fine, whatever, dude. I'll talk about it. So my grandma just passed away. And that's hard to do, especially being Navajo, because we're matriarchal, right? Which means women run stuff in our culture. And so my grandma passed away, man. Like, it left this big old void in our family. And like we got together as a family when she passed, and we were like, let's do something special. We got her cremated because that's what she wanted. And we were like, you know what? Let's do something special for grandma, dude. Let's spread her ashes someplace that was very sacred to her, you know, someplace where she was really happy, where she was truly, truly at home. So we took her over to Sandia Casino. You guys ever walk around the casino floor with a pocket full of Nana, just blessing machines, dude? Buffalo! Dude, I give a little bit of extra love to the buffalo, you know? You know the little one with the Chinese lady house? I was like, Pueblo, I was blessing her, putting her forehead, ashes on her forehead. Oh, my grandma loved to play blackjack, so I went over to the blackjack table like some weird skinwalker, and he's like, can I help you? He's like, just all over the table, dude. He got mad, he got that brush, he got her. She's in there, dude, you know? My grandma was big, so there was a lot of her, you know what I mean? After a while, I got bored. I just found one of those ashtrays. I'm like, this is good enough, dude. It's what she would have wanted. And you probably are like, Josh, that's not funny. No, but here's the thing. My grandma had a great sense of humor. She was crazy. She was crazy, right? I was like, Nana, you're crazy too, huh? I bet you, dude. Give you a Four Loko and let's get crazy, Nana. Take me to the spirit world. My grandma was wild, dude. She's... said I could say anything, right? Okay, cool. Remember, this is my grandma. This isn't me, dude. But on the weekends when she was alive, I remember she used to love to go to the flea market over there, you know? So I'd take her to the flea market, but she had a walker, so she was, you know. And she was alive. Anybody in here vape? Anybody in here vapors? Vape? Cool. She was alive to see that. She was fascinated by that. She's like, so we'd be walking, and there was like these little Edgar kids at the flea market. She would always stop and look. She's like, he's dumb, huh? I was like, Grandma, what are you doing? You can't assume stuff like that. She's like, I didn't assume. I read it in his smoke signal. It's not the word she used, but I cleaned it up a little bit. She's crazy. I remember one time. This is a crazy story. I remember like a couple years ago. You remember? Is everyone from Albuquerque? Who's not? Where you guys? Who's not from Albuquerque?
El Paso.
El Paso, beautiful. Anybody else? No, that's New Mexico. Okay. All right. Anybody not from New Mexico? Phoenix, Arizona, Wyoming. Okay. All right. So there's a couple of y'all. All right. Let me tell you this. A couple years ago in New Mexico had the worst fires they've ever had in their history. It's like 3 years ago. The fires up north. You remember this? Everyone who's here? Remember the fires were so bad, it blanketed the entire state. Crazy. They saw it in Yucca Tribe. You know what I mean? They were down in New Mexico like, damn, it's bad over there. The fires got so bad, it got so hot that summer. Y'all remember that? And it dried up the Rio Grande. You know, remember? And I remember it got so hot that summer. And here's the thing. I grew up here in Albuquerque. I have a lot of like SA Cholo homies. If y'all don't know what cholos are, just know that their socks are always high. Dude, it was so hot this summer, my homie socks were low. And we was in the South Valley and I was kicking to my boy and he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, fool." That's why I didn't make it into Res Dogs. I can't act. Hold on. He's like, "Hey, fool." I said, "What's up, man?" He's like, "It's freaking hot, eh?" I was like, "I know it is, bro." He's like, "Junior, people do something about it, eh?" One, like, thanks for being culturally aware, I guess. But B, I was like, what do you want me to do about it, bro? And he didn't even say anything. He just went. I was like, "You want me to dance, dude?" He's like, "That's what y'all do, right?" It's like, "Not anymore. This is the last one." Anyway. That's crazy, huh, dude? A powwow run by a black dude. That's crazy, dude. We expected you guys. It was never you guys the whole time. Remember when he came out and took a look at the mirror, look at yourselves, dude? I felt like an episode of Scooby-Doo and we pulled the mask and it's not a white dude. Ugh. It's crazy to me. Can't have nothing nice, huh? Anyway, I was like, "You want me to dance, bro?" He's like, "That's what y'all do, right?" And I got mad, not because it's offensive, but because I was like, "You don't think I've been trying, Carlos?" It was hot, dude. I was at my grandma's all summer. I was in her front yard. I was doing every dance I got. I was in, you know what I mean? I cut bangs. I was out there. Y'all should have seen me. I was out there. I was dancing hard, man. I was like David in the Bible. I was dancing with all my might. And my grandma came out again. She came out with a little walker. She's like, "What are you doing?" And I was just in her front yard. I was like, "I'm trying to save Albuquerque, Grandma." "Why is this not working?" You know what she said to me for real? She kept it real. She looked at me. She's like, "Because you have sex with white women, that's why." Busted. Can you blame me though? You know what I mean? There's no bigger honor for a Native American than to get a white buffalo. You've seen him. I've seen him at y'all's feast, dude. He's walking around the kiva just proud. You know what I mean? She's dripped out with more turquoise than I could ever want, dude. Oh, yeah, my grandma was crazy, man. And it's weird. It's always fun being from Albuquerque because I got to tell how crazy Albuquerque is to the rest of the world because sometimes y'all don't get it. And those of you visiting from Wyoming or wherever it is y'all came from, dude, be respectful this week, all right? They already don't like us, okay? But we got to live here, all right? This is just me complaining. I'm sick of it, dude. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of every year during gathering, you know what I mean? All these natives come from somewhere else. They come to Albuquerque and they're like, land back, I want. And then they're downtown Albuquerque all faded, all fucking mellowed out. Like, weren't you just asking for land back? You're like, no. Tighten up is all I'm saying, all right? Wait till Najoni days and steal with me, dude. I'd steal from that dude, but I don't know where he lives. I've been tracking. Anyway, it's weird telling people how crazy. Because I'm sure you guys, Wyoming, right? Who said they were from Wyoming? Wyoming. Have you explored Albuquerque at all and seen how weird it is here? Like, you got to be ready for whatever here, you know? For example, and it's getting a little bit, I don't know if it's getting worse or bad, but like in Albuquerque, because I was border, like my whole life I've lived here. I lived right there in the war zone, my whole life. And I remember we used to be like proud of our crime. Yeah. Oh, we used to be so proud. Every episode of Cops, Albuquerque, Mom, we're on, dude. It's us. Look, there's our apartment complex right there. That's crazy. Before Res Dogs, before all that, we had Excuse My Beauty. I was so proud to see that, man. Used to be proud of our crime, and now it's gotten bad, man. Because here's the thing. I don't know. Those of you who are from Albuquerque, remember there was a joke going around like in the 90s, because I was a 90s kid. When I was a kid, people would tell this joke. Somebody like me would say, hey, I'm going to the Gathering of the Nations. And somebody from Albuquerque who might not be native would be like, what are you going to Zuni and San Mateo? All right, Wyoming, you hear that? Phoenix, Arizona, y'all hear that? You know why they're laughing? Because that's where all the homeless native people hung out. It's messed up, but it's true. For real, that's where I found my dad. I'm not even lying. I came out of that Hollywood video, I'm like, Papa? And he was right there. Tall ass Lakota man stood up. I was like, Slender Man. Fool is tall. But remember when it was just homeless native people in the 90s? Everything was peaceful. Everything was hojo. It was balanced. And I tell the local people, like, why was it so dead? I was like, because it's native homeless people. We respected the land. We treated the land with respect. We only took from that Walmart what we needed. Some corn, a little bit of bison meat, maybe a 12-pack of Budweiser, but that's it. Nothing more. Wasn't until all these honky homeless came in. All the honky homeless with their blueies. Oh, I was so confused when that drug hit the street. Because crackheads used to be efficient here. You could go to a crackhead and be like, I want a washer and dryer. They'd bring you one. Give them $10. They'd bring you a washer and dryer, dude, just on the backs. It was a sight to see. Y'all should have seen it. Nowadays, everyone's on blueies, dude. That's why I feel like, I mean, this is a crazy take to say, but when like people like being a cop is so hard. It's not that hard, especially in Albuquerque, because they shoot more people than they chase here. And criminals don't even run anymore, dude. Remember? You know, they're all like, how hard is your job, really, dude? Just walk up and handcuff them, dude. Ooh. How hard is your job, really? Because, like I said, back in the day, it used to be different, man. It used to be different. And you know what I'm saying? When I say we totally took it, wasn't that all these honky homeless came in? They chased out all the native people from that area. I don't even know where they're at now. And then what happened next? Y'all remember what happened next, locals? That's right, they overhunted that Walmart to extinction. Yeah, it's not there anymore, dude. Wyoming, go there. Zuni, San Mateo. It's just right up the street, dude. And look, you'll see me there after the show, just looking at this building, tear running down my face. It used to be a bountiful land. Did y'all know, for real, that homeless native people are the only homeless people to use every part of the shopping cart. That's true. Nothing goes to waste. Laugh at these jokes, man, please. It's okay. Because I get it. As Native people, we're a crybaby culture. We cry a lot. We do. Have you been on Native TikTok lately? A lot of crying. But it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, now you can take a joke, right? You people, I love the older generation. But we are a crybaby culture, for real. Throw a piece of trash over now. We all tear. If all of us walk down Central, they'll call this the Trail of Tears. Go to the powwow this weekend, man. Go. On Sunday at UNM. Go to the powwow and listen to the songs that are being sung. Even in our songs, we're crying.
No.
Where? Those are lyrics. Where? All right. Or if you can't make it to the powwow, go to downtown Albuquerque on Saturday night when the bars get out. You'll hear a couple of niggas be like, "Come back!" So, I know. I need some better hobbies, dude. I need better hobbies, man. What do y'all do for fun, man? Those of you who ain't from here, Wyoming, what do you do for fun? Go fish. Ooh, see, that's nice, damn. Ooh, if I want to go fishing, I gotta hook up with a Sandia chick. You know what I mean? Gotta find an Esleda girl and just, you know what I'm saying? TP creep from these tribes so I can get on these, you know what I mean? Fishing. Who else? Oh, Phoenix. What do y'all do for fun in Phoenix, huh? Besides not die. Besides sitting AC, what do y'all be doing for fun down there in Phoenix? Huh?
Go to the movies.
Movies? Okay, I like that. I like a beautiful movie theater. One more time, get up for the Guild for letting us put this on, dude. This is so sick. Please support the Guild. That's so cool. Does anyone have any fun hobbies? I'm not saying movies and fishing ain't fun, but like, who's got a crazy hobby, you know? Like, who's got a wild hobby? Anyone have any crazy hobbies?
Book club.
Book club. It's a crazy thing. None of us read anymore, dude. If you text me too long, I'm like, no, not reading it, dude. So that is crazy. That's wild. That's unheard of, dude. It's almost the traditional ways, dude. What was that?
Hot Wheels.
What is it?
Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels. I like it. I like it. I too grew up poor. Now that I have money, I buy dumb stuff too, you know? I have a lot of gun, you know what I mean? Here's the thing. All right, I'm trying to get to if anyone had a crazy hobby, and now mine seems stupid. But you know what I want to do? I want to take up hunting. Has anyone ever been hunting in here? Yeah, what'd you hunt, y'all? Elk? Ooh, who said elk? Raise your hand. You said elk? Ooh, okay. What did you use? Like a rifle? A musket? Okay, John Smith. Did you really use a muzzleloader, or are you messing with me? Okay, really?
Yeah, for real.
Okay. Did you use like a rifle? Muzzleloader. Okay. Oh, you were lying. Okay. My bad. All right. The only guns I know of are the illegal ones. You buy from a Mexican down off of Wyoming. That's dope. Okay, cool. Muzzleloader. Sick. Okay. Here's the thing. I went hunting one time. I went on the other side of the San Diaz Road. It was near Edgewood. We went hunting over there. And I went hunting for deer. And here's the thing. I don't belong in the forest, obviously. So when I first went, I had to get a hunting guide. Did you guys get a hunting guide? Okay. Well, sacred. My bad. I don't like nobody say, no. Silly native. Silly city Indian boy. Dare I ask about a GPS? No, use the stars. They went this way, I know it, dude. I went this way. Alright. I had to get a hunting guide. Now my hunting guide, he's alright. So my hunting guide's name is Keith. Now Keith is like 6'6", like beautiful white dude, you know? Like he looked like Chris Pine, but with all camo. Do you know who Chris Pine is? Wonder Woman's boyfriend. Yeah, that dude. Oh, watch it. Google him, Grandma. I'll show you afterwards. Handsome as white dude. Beautiful white man. I had a vision. I'm sorry. Dang, you know? You never forget your first pony, you know, right? I don't even know what that means, but whatever. I don't know why I looked at you, Nanny. Remember back? 6'6", handsome dude. And he was really positive, because I told him, I was like, I never done this, you know. This sounds worse and worse. I had never done this before. It's my first time. He was cool. I was like, I've never been hunting before. He's like, oh, okay. And he asked me, he's like, you ever used a gun before? I was like, of course I used a gun. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. What's up, man? And he gave me a rifle, and I was like this. Immediately took it away. Took it straight away from me. So, you know what, man, maybe rifle hunt ain't for you, but don't you worry, brother. We can get you out there and get you a kill. You know what you need, brother? You need yourself a bow kill. Get yourself a bow kill. And in my native brain, I'm like a stick and a string all day, right? I've been to the Pueblo feast. I got one over my door. I know. But that's not what they use anymore. Have you seen these new bows that they use? They're crazy. They look like that scene in Terminator 2 when the arm comes up. It's got like gears and they're shiny. They got chrome. They're hard to do too. Like my elbow popped right now doing that. That's crazy. That's how hard these bows are, dude. And then before you go out into the field, you got to get good on the range, right? I don't know about muzzle loading, but on the range. But before we go out in the field, we was on the range. And on the range is where you hone in your skill. You got to lock in, right? And I got pretty good at using the bow. Like my shots were getting good. You know, my cropping was getting good. But here's the thing. On the range, it's perfect conditions. Flat ground, nothing bothering you, right? It's a lot different when you're in the field, huh? Yeah, no, here's the thing, y'all. Like I said, I was on the other side of the Sandias. And I don't know if you guys know this. I'm about to blow you guys' mind right now. I don't know if you know anything about mountains, but they slope. So, we was on the side of this mountain, and I was perched up, dude. You know what I mean? I was perched. Flat booty at the back. It was crazy, you know? I was perched. I had my bow got ready to go, right? And there's a moment where everything kind of like tunes out and you lock in this moment you're about to take life, and it's a surreal moment, right? And you slow your breathing and you're going through your little mantras or whatever, and in this moment here comes Keith out the bushes, and he decides he wants to be a motivational speaker. He got right up on my neck and he just whispered, take a deep breath. Here's the thing, y'all. My arms were shaking from the bow. But the moment he whispered, my fucking legs started to shake. You know what I mean? And I couldn't move. I was perched. You know what I mean? I don't know if it was his man musk or his alpha presence, but like his voice. You know when you pet a cat too hard, like you pet it, like his voice pet me. Get away, Keith, it's too close. close, dude. He got closer, family. He got right up on my neck and he's like, just let it go, buddy. But when he pulled away, his beard like grazed my area. I don't know what that was. It was like a Pantene Pro V commercial. Never in the history of hunting, never in the history of taking life has anyone went, Could you imagine natives back in the day fighting the cavalry? Imagine Crazy Horse riding his pony over the hill and there's Custard and he's like, oh my God. And Crazy Horse went, Could have happened. I wasn't there. I don't know. Here's the thing, family. I'm straight as heck, all right? Don't get it twisted, dude. All I think about is monster trucks and manly stuff, dude. But as you hunters know, when you're in the mountains with your boys, whatever, you know? Yeah, if your husband is like, I'm going hunting, just know, dude. Just getting in touch with his traditional side, I guess. I was like, dude, back up, you're too close. And I had all these confusing thoughts, dude. It was a weird moment in my life, dude. Because in that moment, I heard songs playing. I heard, like, Journey. It's just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, dude. I had all these confusing thoughts running through my head, dude. And in that moment, I felt weird. I confided in this dude, you know? I was like, man, you feel that, Keith? You feel that? Is that a connection? Is that the spirits? What is that, dude? Have you ever painted with all the colors of the wind? I feel like we just got a connection, you and I, right? You feel that, right? You feel like, I don't know what that is, but for the first time, I feel like we had a connection, you and I. Like, honestly, I've had a rough life, dude. I regularly perform for, like, all these racist bars in Texas, and motherfuckers treat me like some novelty, and, you know, my grandma just died, and I've been going through that. I've been dealing with her death. I miss my grandma. I can't even hear bonus without just getting triggered. You know what I mean? Honestly, dude, it's just the gatherings next weekend. Some greedy non-native guys running, and he's gonna, and that's it. We're gonna stop going to the gathering, and we're gonna have no outlets for natives anymore. Hopefully, we come up with something, but this could be the last dance. And you know what? I don't want this to be the last dance between us, dude. Okay, like I can feel it. I picture us just, you know, we settle down together. Like, you support me and I support you, and you support my dreams and our aspirations. And we'll retire to House to Mexico with our 2 kids, Evan and Jared. And I feel like we do hunting, I do comedy. We just make this work, you know. We just make this work. Deer's long gone, by the way. There's no deer. It's just me. It's just me wishing, you know. But the last thing I remember thinking about was like, dude, my ancestors are so disappointed in me. There's a white guy teaching a native how to bow hunt, dude. They're like, what are you going to teach them? I'm going to plant corn next? Anyway, y'all, thank y'all so much for coming out to this, please. You guys are so great for coming. And one more time, do it for Bear Ears. Please, guys, if you do anything tonight, they have a QR code out there. Scan it, sign up for it, buy the t-shirts. Because this is there's a lot of, like, fake organizations. There's a lot of there's a lot of dudes who run their own little Gathering of Nations hat. But this is actually a good one, and I really hope you guys continue to support stuff like this. So please, thank you so much for having me. Give it up one more time for yourselves. Zach Abeda, give it up for Lori for holding it down. Thank you guys so much. One more time, Bear Ears, thank you guys so much.